Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Xander. If you're new here, please give us a wee subscribe, and if you're returning, it's good to see you again. Today I'm doing my 100 shot review of the Mossberg 590 SKU number 50670. The idea of this is we were going to do a 100 round and a 1000 round review, and I will give you my honest thoughts on it. Before I even shot it, I disassembled it, I cleaned it, I put it back together, checked its function, we had no problems. The manual was a bit wishy-washy with the pictures, so I did have to watch some YouTube videos, but after doing it once I feel like I could do it again. But actually in the review I shot 99 shells with no problems, but one right at the end having a problem that you'll hear about. So what did I shoot? I shot 75 shells of this 7.5 birdshot. This stuff is low brass, fairly low recoil. Wasn't too bad shooting these. I had zero problems with them. Next, I shot 10 rounds of this number 2 steel. This one wasn't too bad, had a little more recoil to it, but the firearm handled it well. Even after like 40 rounds of continuous fast fire, the barrel did get pretty hot in this, so I would recommend wearing with gloves. Or you can get the Mossberg heat shield, which just looks like a cheese grater. I then shot 10 BB sized buckshots. I had zero problems with these. I then shot 5 of these BB buckshots, and on the 5th one it actually failed to fire. You can see at the bottom that the primer has been struck. I'll show some b-roll of that in a second. When that happened, I put the firearm on safe. I kept it pointed downrange for 30 seconds in anticipation of a hang fire. That didn't happen, so that's not a problem with the firearm. I would say that's more of a problem with the ammunition, and 1 out of 100 of mixed ammunition, that's probably the first shotgun shell I've had that's never went off. So that only took me to 99, so for the very last one I shot a slug. Slugs are always a lot of fun, it handled it no problem. So some pros and cons I found with this one. The pros would be, it handles really well, the sights are great, I actually like them a lot more than I thought I would. Trigger is fine, the safety, a little tough. I can see why they make the jumbo safeties for them, that's something I'll definitely consider getting in the future. Some of the cons. On the very first day I had multiple scratches all over this. I believe it's a parkerized finish, but it is very brittle. I'm definitely going to be looking to getting this Cerakoted, because even though it's a tool and it's supposed to have character and all that, and people like the battle worn look, you know, for me, when I'm buying more expensive firearms, I want to keep them looking good as long as I can. Another downside would actually be the rails on the forearm. When I was holding it and racking it, as the recoil would go off, it would just hurt my hand. Hurt between the thumb and the index finger. It was just overly not comfortable. And this firearm, in the future, I'm going to think about changing out the buttstock and the actual pump to something a little nicer. Maybe something by Magpul, ATI. There's a few companies that do them that I'm looking into. One note about the stock, the length of pull for me is perfect, but my girlfriend can't even hold it. So I want something that can be a little longer and a little shorter potentially, so that we can both use this firearm. I'm also going to consider getting the jumbo safety. I believe S&J Hardware in Canada carry that, as well as an upgraded spring and follower, which S&J Hardware also carry. So overall, I am impressed with the firearm. It does have some small issues, but nothing's ever going to be perfect. Stay tuned for the 1000 shot review that we'll be doing this firearm probably in the coming months. It was pretty easy to get out the 100 in a day, but after shooting all those 100 rounds in pretty fast succession, I've definitely been tender for the last couple of days. So thanks for watching. Please give us a wee like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me in the comments what you think about this shotgun. Is it something that you would potentially get, or what do you think is better? Cheerio!